We are back and better than ever with another moving series. Welcome. If you have not been keeping up, my name is Caiti. I just turned 20 and I live in Florida. I have lived in my current apartment alone for about a year now and I am moving to another apartment. I will be staying in St. Petersburg, Florida, St. Pete. That's where your girl lives right now. So I'm staying in St. Pete for the next who knows how long. This is the first of many moving videos because today we are talking all things apartment tour. The last few weeks I have been going around looking at all different places of where I could possibly move because obviously my lease is up very soon. Here is apartment number 1. All right, y'all, I'm about to go tour my first apartment. It's new. They're still building it. It's under construction. It looks promising, but I'm a little concerned about the leasing center because it says it's in one of the apartment units. So I gotta go on a little adventure. Let's hope this one's good. Heading into the first apartment, 1, I knew that this building was still under construction. 2, it was a little bit further away from the city than I wanted to be. And 3, it was brand new. So these are definitely pros and cons when you look at it. I currently live in downtown St. Petersburg and I love the area that I live. I walk everywhere. A walkable community is something that I really enjoy and I think it's important to me. So going into this, initially I was like, okay, I would love to live somewhere downtown, but obviously in my price range, it isn't always doable. This place was a little bit more out of the city, but it checked so many boxes, you guys. I fell in love with this apartment. I toured 2 different layouts of this apartment. The first one was not my favorite. It was a little bit too dark in there, and since my job is to film and take videos and photos, I need a bright, happy space. So I didn't love that one, but the second one I did love. It had in-unit laundry, which is something that I took for granted my whole life because I don't have it now and I miss it. So that's like a #1 thing on my checklist. It had a little balcony. My car was parked very close to where my unit would be. I had an oven, which if you know, you know. Your girl doesn't have an oven, and that's again something on my list. It really did check so many of the boxes. First one was off to a really good start. There's always pros and cons, but I really enjoyed this apartment. All the appliances were really new. It was a bright, well-lit area. I really liked it. Second apartment tour. I'm a little confused by this one. I got lost where the parking is, but I found it. She's parked. Let's go. Apartment number 2 was pretty close to where I actually live right now, but when I got there, I didn't feel very safe. There was lots of homeless lingering around the outside. It's right next to a very public transportation spot, which I love public transportation, don't get me wrong, but with the come and go of that many people just was a little bit of a turn off because I knew how loud it was gonna be. I knew how many people would be constantly surrounding the building. It didn't feel the safest to me, and as a younger girl living alone, that's obviously on a priority list. Besides that, I really did enjoy this building because it was small. I cannot remember the exact amount of units that this building had, but it was small and one guy ran the whole thing. Like, he was everything. He was the cleaner, the janitor, the maintenance, the front desk guy. He was everything. So that felt like more of a community. He knew everyone's names when we were walking around, which was really nice. And the apartment building that I live right now, I feel like just the tiny little blip in this big circle of people. It did feel more homey, I guess. I liked the unit that I toured. It did have a little balcony. It had in-unit laundry. The kitchen was really nice. It was on the pricier side for what I was looking to spend because, again, downtown St. Pete is an expensive place. I don't know, the amenities, it had a little pool, which was nice. The gym was okay, but I wouldn't really use the gym because I have my own gym membership and it didn't really have everything that I like to use when I go to the gym. I did not love that there was carpet in the bedroom. I am not a carpet kind of girl. I'll put a little rug, but I do not like carpet. As somebody who lives at the beach, I like to eat in my room. Crumbs, sand, dirt, dust. Honestly, there wasn't a lot wrong with this place. I actually feel like I should reconsider it as a whole. I do remember obviously being a little more expensive and then the safety concerns, but besides that, I really did enjoy this unit and I think I might have to give her a second chance. I kind of forgot about it. I've been touring so many places over the last few weeks that they all start to blend together. And now on to place number 3 that I toured. Hey y'all, it's been a few days. I'm back. Today I'm looking at mini houses, basically like 1-bedroom houses that aren't in a apartment complex. Do I like living in an apartment complex? Yes. Would I love to have my own mini house? Also yes. I'm nearby one of the places right now. The outside is so cute. The owner actually is coming to give me a tour right now. He just happened to be in town today, so it worked out perfectly. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this for some reason. So like I said, this was not really an apartment. It's more of a mini house, and you'll see I kind of tour a lot of those places because I'm not opposed to living in a place that's not an apartment complex, like not having amenities and stuff like that, but I just want to make it worth my money and make it worth the while. I did look into a few places like that. This place place online looked perfect. I spoke to the owner online. I loved the location. The outside was great, but when I stepped foot in there, you guys, it was tiny. I don't think the videos do it justice. For reference, my apartment right now is 430 square feet, which if you don't know is very little, but I really do need more space. I feel a little crammed in this place. I think it's a good size, but I would like more. And since I'm moving, might as well get the more space. And when I stepped foot into this little house, it was so small, you guys. I swear to you, it was smaller than my current apartment, this place. It was me, the owner, and the owner's wife, and we were on top of each other like the entire time. I also was trying to imagine where I would put all my furniture, and my queen size bed I just know would not fit in there. And when I was imagining it, it would be blocking like the main entrance of the door. I would have no place to put a dresser and a desk. Honestly, although I loved the front yard, it had a really cute little back patio. The size of the actual mini house just could not do it for me. I just knew in my heart that I would feel too cramped, too smushed in this little place. It didn't check all those boxes for me, so I had to eliminate that one. Also, side note, the owner and his wife were really nice, but the first question he asked me when I got there was, how much money is in your savings account? I didn't know how to answer that question. Who asks you how much money's in your savings account? And I'm not gonna give this man a number. Like, that's such a crazy question to ask somebody that this was our first time meeting. It's okay. Moving on. I was supposed to tour another place that day, but they called me and it got taken off the market literally right before I was supposed to tour it. The next day was also an ultimate fail. Y'all, I got let down a lot of times during all of these tours. I just want to say, but don't give up, because there is hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. This place was kind of like a mix between an apartment and a little house. There was 4 units next to each other, but that was it. It was just 4 units. I was very excited about it. The location was so prime. It was exactly where I would love to be living. It was lined by so many cute houses, very walkable, and let's just say the lady didn't show up. Cue Katie after waiting over an hour to tour this place. I'm officially disappointed. The last 3 listings I've been to have been ultimate fails. I showed up here 15 minutes early, called, texted, emailed, got no response after they had me confirmed this morning. That's really annoying, and no one came. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm doing this all alone, which I know it's doable, but it's very hard, especially because I'm in a time crunch. I was feeling very let down, very unmotivated after this place, because when I talked to the lady and called her after waiting for over an hour, she was so rude to me on the phone, y'all. She called me, she said, why are you waiting outside for a tour? I don't do tours on the weekday. After having me confirm the tour that morning, I was like, girl, what do you mean you don't do tours during the weekdays? You had me confirmed 2 hours ago. A few days went by and I finally toured 2 more places. Both of these places that I toured were in such great locations. Again, like, could not get better than that. I do want to say that all of these places are more than I'm currently paying. So when I was looking at all of them, I was thinking in my head, okay, is this worth it? Is it worth the money? And it's not just rent, of course, it's like move-in fees, application fees, deposit fee, utilities, water, gas, electric, Wi-Fi. Like, you have to think it's not just rent. Like, you're paying for so many more things, parking, pets. So when they tell you a base number, you have to add like a couple $100. St. Pete is such a desirable place to live, and I really do love living here, but you pay a premium. I was like, okay, I'm okay with paying a certain amount. I have my budget in my head, but it needs to check all of these boxes for me. And obviously you have to give and take a little bit here and there, but I knew what was important to me going into this. The last 2 places that I toured, perfect location, would love to live in that area. But this one was not really an apartment complex. Again, it was like a very open, kind of like townhousey units, which is okay. No amenities, which again is fine, but laundry was shared and coin operated. I toured 2 units in this complex. One was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and the other one was a 2-bed, 2-bath. They were both okay, but they were just very lackluster. Nothing was shiny and new, but it felt like the places haven't been renovated in years. Like, they just felt very old. There was also not very good lighting, which sounds stupid, but to me it's so important. And as somebody who thrives off of the sun and brightness and warmth, I need a place that's bright and happy and not dark and sad. That was also kind of a turn off for me. It didn't feel like it had been upkept very well. The size of the 1 bed, 1 bath was also just really small. It did again feel like this size apartment, which I was looking to upgrade. And the price of the 2 bed, 2 bath was just way more, and it didn't feel like I was getting that much more. Like, obviously you get another bedroom, but for the $500 price increase, it didn't feel worth it to me. Again, location, so amazing, so prime. That's what you're paying for, but everything else just not really worth it in my book. That may have been the fastest apartment tour I've ever done in my entire life. I toured a 1 bedroom unit there and a 2 bedroom. Obviously the 2 bedroom is way more expensive. The space is just much bigger and I don't need 2 bedrooms. I figured I might as well just look at it. I love this location. This location is so prime, you guys. Like, this is where I want to live, but everything in there just felt a little bit like old. You can just tell this building's been here for a long time and they haven't renovated anything in a long time, which is a-okay. I was in there for 10 minutes. I toured 2 units in less than 10 minutes and that was it. But we have a second tour in less than an hour. And that leads us to the final place that I toured. And this was again a little mini house, which, oh my gosh, you guys, if you could see the outside of this, it was so cute. The color was just like everything in the most perfect homey place. Also downtown though. Lots of people walking their dogs and their pets and being outside. It just felt like a really nice, safe community. It was small. That wasn't the greatest because online it looked again bigger, but that's why you have to go tour these places. The guy that showed me was so nice. He was telling me all about it, and y'all, this one had a backyard. Had the cutest little green space where you could lay, where you can tan. It wasn't a big backyard, but it had a backyard. That was amazing. I hadn't looked at any other places that had that, so that was just so cool. All new appliances, but what was a little bit weird was the washing and drying machine was in the kitchen, and there was like no way to rework that. You walk in and immediately washer, dryer, and then kitchen. Again, you can't get everything you wish for because a part of me is like, oh, I really want a washer dryer, and then the other part of me is like, ew, but why is it in the kitchen? If it came down to having a washer dryer versus not, I would take it in the kitchen, you know what I mean? But just a weird place to have it. The bathroom's so cute. It was like a little tub, a standing tub. The one thing that I didn't love about this place was the closet space. Again, not very big, and as somebody who is struggling obviously with closet space in this apartment, that was a little bit hard for me. But besides that, I really did like this mini house. The size is a little bit questionable, and so is the closet space, but it makes up for it in the location, the backyard, the washer dryer, the new kitchen appliances. So that's what I mean about pros and cons. Like, nothing is going to be picture perfect and be everything you wish for and more. I also did tour one more apartment, but I didn't take any video of that because that was a few months ago before I knew that I was going to stay in St. Pete. I was just kind of looking around for fun, but I really did like that apartment too. That being said, I know a lot of people have been waiting and anticipating an answer of what I'm gonna do. So my answer now: 1, yes, I'm staying in St. Pete. 2, yes, I will still be living alone. I'm not getting another roommate. And 3, I do not have a final decision yet. I am toying between 3 or 4 places. I'm taking the next week to really think about it, to gauge pricing, to gauge availability, get other people's opinions, and then I will make a final decision. And I'm so glad I got to tour all of these places and that I get to be in the position where I can afford to live alone and do all these amazing, cool things. And I'm so grateful that I get to take you guys along this journey to be able to come with me. But yeah, that's all I have for now. It was fun and stressful and it's hard. Adulting sucks sometimes, but it's also really rewarding. Hopefully one of the places that you saw in this video will be my future home. And with that being said, I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad we get to do this life together. Don't forget to subscribe because the moving content is coming faster than you could ever expect. Packing, decluttering, moving, decorating, cleaning, you name it, it's happening. Follow all my other socials and I will see you in my next YouTube video. Bye guys. Mwah.